Yo, what's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and welcome to Lincoln Financial Field, home of the Philadelphia Eagles, where we are bringing you episode number 3, week number 2 of our franchise with the Philadelphia Eagles, and we are taking on the San Diego Chargers in the home opener of this season, coming off a very, very tough loss to the Washington Redskins, 35-34. But D'Amico Ryans is going to set things off, and on the second play of the game, he's going to intercept Phillip Rivers and take that one to the house. So we're going to grab a 7-0 lead without our explosive offense even touching the ball yet, and we get back on defense, 7-0. The Chargers come into this game 0-1. Their loss last week was to the Texans. They got blown out 34-13, and that's where we are today. I actually went to this game in real life this season at Philadelphia, the home opener against the Chargers. It was a really good game. It was back when Michael Vick was the starter, and look at that. Benny Logan's going to get a sack and force them to punt the ball over to Deshaun Jackson. But yeah, it was a really exciting game. The Eagles ended up losing by a field goal at the end. The defense just could not get a stop that game. Phillip Rivers and the Chargers had the ball most of the game. I felt it was a game we could have won, should have won. From what I can remember, Chip Kelly made one of his few mistakes this season, and look at Riley Cooper diving across the goal line. 14-0 now. It has not taken us very long to score in this game as Nick Foles gets the touchdown pass. But yeah, Chip Kelly definitely made a huge mistake in that game with the clock management. From what I recall, we were down. I believe we were down or going to try to tie it up, and there was a little more than 2 minutes to go. And instead of just letting the clock run to the 2-minute warning, Chip ran another play, which ended up being an incomplete pass and stopped the clock. We would eventually, I believe, tie the game with a field goal. But it just left San Diego way too much time on the clock, and they were able to get down the field after a pretty good kick return as well and kick a game-winning field goal. So it was a frustrating loss, but it was definitely a great experience. You know, just not talking about the gameplay for a moment here. I've said it in other videos. I definitely suggest if you're a fan of an NFL team and you're able to get to one of their home games, it's an amazing experience. Me and my wife have been there 4 times now to the link, and not having much luck as far as winning. I think the only time they won was against the Rams back in maybe it was 2008 or something like that. We usually go to the home openers though, and we've been jinxing the team lately. We have not been winning on the games that we go to, so hopefully next season things will change because I'll definitely be in Philadelphia for a game or two again. Really excited about the direction of this team. You see, we do have a 14-7 lead at this point. Nick Foles made a big mistake, or I should say I made a big mistake, but Bradley Fletcher is going to get an interception and nullify that one, so we get the ball back under 2 minutes to go till halftime. Foles is going to keep it on the option. It seems like the computer never thinks that he's going to keep the ball when I run the option, so I will continue to do it and get those nice 5 to 8 yard gains. But we're going to find Brent Selleck over there on a little out route, hand it off to Shady McCoy, and then we're going to find Selleck in the end zone with 36 seconds left till halftime. And we now take a 21-7 lead going into the break. We do get the ball back because we kicked it off in the beginning, and Shady on the first play after halftime is going to get a huge gain. He would end up getting caught, but he gets inside the red zone, inside the 15-yard line, and then not too much longer, Nick Foles is going to drop back and find Jeremy Maclin. So we're now up 28-7, a very comfortable lead, but a lot of football to be played. This is the worst celebration in Madden right there that Maclin is doing. I really wish I could erase that one from the game. Let's go to some scores around the leagues. The league, I should say. The Jets beat the Patriots 13-10. The Chiefs beat the Cowboys 22-8, and we do face Andy Reid and the Chiefs next week in week number 3. It's the Thursday night football game. Andy Reid coming back to Philadelphia, and we're hoping that we can reverse the outcome that happened in real life there and get the win. The Dolphins beat the Colts 23-20. The Titans beat the Texans 20-3. The Redskins beat the Packers and improved to 2-0. They beat them 34-20. The Broncos beat the Giants 26-9, so the Giants have yet to win this season. The 49ers beat the Seahawks 28-27, and the Steelers beat the Bengals 27-24. So some good scores there around the league, some upsets, some teams remaining undefeated. Again, as far as the injury report goes, we're looking to have Jason Peters, Damian Square, and Lane Johnson back in a couple weeks. Peters and Square being more sooner than later, and then Lane Johnson has one extra week. You see the score is now 28-14. We're in the fourth quarter. Foles keeps it again on the option. Great block there, which I think was Bryce Brown, and gets us to the 10-yard line. And then Foles is going to find, I couldn't even see who that was. I want to say maybe Riley Cooper or Deshaun Jackson. It doesn't matter because we take the 35-14 lead with 4 minutes to go. Danny Woodhead's going to get a huge gain here. The defense is just trying to make them use up as much clock as possible. A score really wouldn't destroy us, but we don't want them to score as Alexander is going to pick up a first down. They're going to run there and get stopped, but on the very next play, Phillip Rivers has some time and is able to find Malcolm Floyd on the 1-yard line. The very next play, they'll hand it off to Ryan Matthews, who's going to cross the goal line right at the 2-minute warning. They would try for an onside kick coming up here, but they would be unsuccessful. And we're going to get our first win of the season, improving to 1-1. Again, taking on the Kansas City Chiefs at home next week. Just burning some clock here, padding the stats with Shady McCoy, trying to make him the league's leading rusher. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, enjoyed the very first win, and make sure you click that thumbs up if you do. I'd really appreciate it. Trying to make this the most viewed Philadelphia Eagles franchise on YouTube for Madden 25, as we are in victory formation there, taking the knee. And again, the final score 35-21. If you missed the previous episodes in this series, there's always a playlist down below in the description, so make sure you check that out. And you can see last week's gameplay and the introduction to this series. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter. The Twitter link's usually in the description of my videos. It's @StrangerPopular. And also something I've kind of failed to mention lately, but I'll feel free to say it now. If you want to add me on Skype, my Skype name is XPopularStranger. Feel free to hit me up on there, and I'll accept anybody who sends a request, and maybe you can chat with me whenever I'm on. So again, it's Popular Stranger. Thanks for watching. I'm out till the next episode. Peace.